Hello everyone, welcome to Of Meta Thursdays here in Arena Underground. This week we are playing Grixis Stuff in Best of 1 Standard. As always, if you enjoy our content, please make sure to click that like and subscribe button. It's a way to support the channel for free. Now let's talk about this deck. As the name says, basically this is a pile of Grixis colored cards that are good cards, right? So what did we try to do here? We try to mix it up and have a little bit of everything. We have something to play against John Food or Cat Food, Rakdos. We have something to play against Mono Red. And we have some stuff to play against Azorius Control, right? Because those are the decks that everybody's playing. Obviously, we are not playing rank when we're doing off meta. We're just trying to see if we can win some janky games and surprise our opponent with our pile of cards. So what do we have here today? We have 2 copies of Lasov, which is awesome. You get to maybe early on copy a Kroxa, or maybe if your opponent removes a Thief of Sanity, you get to copy that and have another Thief of Sanity with Lasov. I have to say, I love Thief of Sanity. I wish, Demir and Grixis was a tier 1 deck because I would love to play this card again. It's just an awesome card to play, just stealing stuff from your opponent. Anyway, we have 4 copies of Thought Erasure and 1 copy of Agonizing Remorse as discard spells. Then we have a lot of removal, actually. We have 4 copies of Tyrant Scorn. This is, again, more for the aggro matches. We have 2 copies of Angrith's Rampage. This is very specific to remove artifacts like the Witch's Oven and also target things like Dream Trawler, because that's the only way to get rid of basically making your opponent sacrifice it, right? We have 2 copies of Bedevils. Again, we can target artifacts, we can target planeswalkers and creatures with this. And 2 copies of Murderous Rider, more removal, and also a 2/3 lifelink, which is pretty good against Mono Red. We have 2 types of board wipes. We have a Cry of the Carnarian as a 2, and we have 1 copy of Ritual Sud. These are the cards against Mono Red and the other aggro decks floating around. Have 2 copies of Atris, which everybody knows is pretty good by now. You've seen it in every Sultai deck or any Dimir type of deck, even Esper. And then we have our 5 mana spells. We have 1 Cavalier of Night. Great creature is a removal spell as well as a 4/5 lifelink creature. We have 2 copies of Ashok, 2 copies of Enter the God Eternals. Again, this is precisely against Mono Red, but otherwise it's pretty good as well because you get to put your cards in the graveyard in order to be able to play a Kroxa again. A lot of times, there's a lot of decks now getting rid of your graveyard and then you can't replay Kroxa with the escape, right? So Enter the God Eternals helps you with that. And then we have 2 copies of Nicole Bolas Dragon God, which is an amazing planeswalker that, again, is another card that we wish we could play more of. But being that Grixis is not really a tier 1 deck, we are not playing either Thief of Sanity or Nicole Bolas. We are playing 26 lands, a bunch of Grixis color shock lands plus the Scry lands. And that's the deck. We had a lot of fun playing this. We hope that maybe in the next set, we see some more Grixis color cards that could make this or a similar deck to be a tier 1 deck. And that's it. We hope you enjoyed the video and we'll see you next time. Have a good one. Okay guys, we are playing Grixis Stuff in Best of 1 Standard. Don't like this hand, even though we have a Cry of the Carnarium. Having these 2 Nicole Bolas is not ideal. And we're on the draw, so alright, we're going to try this. Let's see what our opponent's playing. It is some sort of Boros deck. Not great, but maybe this Cry will be good. So we're gonna Temple of the Sea to Scry. We'll keep Lasov. I guess that allows us to block something. Okay, we see Mountain. Attacks for 2. Okay. Passes the turn, alright. So guess we can Mountain, do nothing. Alright. Yeah, last stuff is blue and black, so That happens. We are recording this pretty late at night, so... Yep. Alright, we'll go Swamp into Lasov and let our opponent make some decisions there. Justice Strike doesn't really kill Lasov, so they need something like a red burn spell to get rid of Lasov. We'll keep the Enter the God Eternals, that seems good. Next turn we can Temple of the Seed and maybe Cry of the Carnarium if they play another creature. Seems like they're missing land drops, right? Alright, they go in for the attack. We'll take that. I don't think we care about that too. Okay, opponent can't apparently play anything. They don't have enough lands. Watery Grave bottom this time. I think we're just gonna cry and exile that. It's not really a point for us letting that live. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. Is there a point? I guess we'll use cry now. I think at this point we have enough protection, including Enter the God Eternals. Our opponent hasn't been able to play their land drops, so they find a shock. Okay, sure. Yeah, we lose Lasov, but at least Thief of Sanity could potentially come into play. They find the land, play Tajic. That's okay. We get a Tyrant Scorn, so we get to play Thief of Sanity. Pass the turn, see if our opponent has another shock in hand. Much likely they do, but they go with a Flying Haze Skynet Legionnaire. We are going to get rid of Tajic now. If they attack with Skynet Legionnaire, that's up to them. No blocks. We go down to 7. That's okay. We get to attack first. See what our opponent has. Ooh. Claim Contender, sure. Enter the God Eternals. Send some cards to the graveyard. Those are some good cards. We get a 4/4, gain 4. Yeah, our deck. This deck is actually pretty well prepared against aggro, so should be okay here. Anger's Rampage, make our opponent sacrifice. We are going all in since we can play the Claim Contender. I like this Inspiring Veteran. Okay, Claim Contender. Sure. Opponent's down to 10. We get a Flying Haze Skynet Legionnaire, which we can remove with Nicole Bolas, so okay for us, opponent. Huh, definitely don't want to play Ritual Suts, so let's see, do we have lethal? We don't have lethal. We have lethal if we play this, but then Nicole Bolas, yeah. Yeah, we'll play Nicole. We have another one, so if they want to kill Nicole, that's fine with us. I think they have an Embercleave in hand, and they haven't been able to play it, so we'll find out, I guess. Okay, we hit them down to 5. We steal nothing. He lands. Sure. Alright, let's see what's next. We see a Sky Knight Legionnaire again. See a Venerable Knight. Sure. So they can kill Nicole with Sky Knight Legionnaire. And maybe protect themselves a little bit with the other cards. And then we still get to attack with Thief of Sanity, so... Sure. You draw a card with Nicole Bolas. They discard or sacrifice something. Okay. That is fine with us. We get the Temple of Malice and Scry. We could play Nicole, get rid of Sky Knight Legionnaire. Or we can get rid of one of these knights. And this should be game. All in. Opponent blocks the token, but that's game. Alright, good game, Boros Knights. Okay guys, we are playing Grixis Stuff in best of 1 standard. So yeah, its hand is a bit clunky with the 2 Fable passages, but we'll try it. We go first, so we get to Fable Passage and find maybe a swamp. We can then mountain into Croxa, or let's see. All right. Yep, we'll get the swamp. All right, we'll play Fable Passage and aim to get an island here. Then we have all of our colors. Opponent's playing maybe a Saurus Control or Band. Cool. This means they could have a Mystical Dispute in hand, but if they don't, then we get to Thought Erase them. Get our island. Play the mountain. Play Thought Erasure. See if they have the Mystical Dispute. They don't have it. They have Uros and Nissas. What do we want to do here? I guess Uro gets them closer to Nissa. Yeah, I'll take the Nissa off their hand. Keep the Thief of Sanity. Let's see. Red and green. Okay, yeah, we'll keep the Thief of Sanity. That seems fine. They get an Uro this turn. Gain 3, draw a card. Sure. Alright, so we get to Thief of Sanity. We see what our opponent does to get rid of our Thief of Sanity here. Maybe they drew into something good. Throw Spiral, alright. Play a land. The 2 cards in the graveyard for Uro, 3 with Fable Passage. And they can play the other Uro now, I guess. Yep. The next turn they'll be able to play Uro properly. Okay, and they have 2 other unknown cards in hand. Okay, first of all, we will attack. See what we find in the top of their deck. We get a Knight of Autumn, that's nice. So, guess we're going to Agonizing Remorse here. Though I'd rather put an Uro back in their hand. I mean, they're gonna play it anyway, so we can, yeah, we can Agonizing Remorse now. Take the Elspeth Conquers Death, so they can't get things back from their graveyard. They want to shatter our Thief of Sanity, that's probably fine. They go with Growth Spiral, put another card in the graveyard, draw a card, or play a land. Alright, they go with the tapped Breeding Pool. So they can shatter now if they want. Alright, they go with Uro, that's okay. So 5 cards that are gone, they leave Uro and Nissa. Play a land, sure. Uro does not have... Oh, alright, we keep not drawing lands, that's pretty annoying. Alright, we'll take... Teferi seems pretty good, actually. Play Teferi. Put that back in their hand. Alright, we would like to draw some lands. Deck, please. Alright, they can replay Uro, I guess. They go with Crassus. 4/4 Crassus, okay. It's nice. We get to Temple of the Sea to scry. We'll leave the land there. Plus Teferi. Play Tyrant Scorn to get rid of Hydra Crassus. Attack for 2. Alright, we'll get... I think we get our own Shatter this guy. That seems good. Next turn we can Ashiok potentially. Although our land's gonna come in tapped, so we can't really Ashiok, but we can Murderous Rider and Uro. One's looking at their graveyard, wonder why. What are they aiming to get here? Alright, here comes Uro. What did they leave in the graveyard? Teferi, Nissa, another Uro, short. Alright, let's see what's next. Hydra Crassus. Okay, that's good. They're doing pretty good. Alright, we go... Guess we go Temple of Malice. Leave the Blood Crypt there. Yeah, we're just gonna Shatter. Seems fine. We keep our Teferi as alive as we can. Opponent can keep playing Uros. Gonna be a point where Uros are not gonna be enough. Yeah, Teferi's fine. Alright, that's another Teferi, sure. Are they going to plus this one or minus? Alright, here comes Uro, sure. So that's no more cards in the graveyard for our opponents, or no more Uros coming this way. Play a land, sure. I think we just plus. Can play Ashiok. give them back this Uro. Opponent discards something. Alright, discard Aether Hub. That's good for us. We get to play our Blood Crypt tapped. Pass the turn. I like having their Teferi here. That's pretty good. Growth Spiral, sure. Now they could play Nissa, I guess, and kill one of our Planeswalkers. Alright, they go with Uro. At least they can kill Ashiok. Then we get to Nicole Bolas. Play a land, sure. Okay, that's one card in the graveyard. -3 to draw another card. Another Teferi. Place Teferi. Minus this Teferi, so they're desperately looking for Nissa, I believe, or maybe Hydrocrassus. Alright, Tamiyo, let's see what they're looking for. I'm sure they'll find it. Elspeth Conquers Death, okay. That's nice, they whiff. They do have enough cards to replay these Uros, so that's that. We will Temple of Malice to Scry. I think we'll send that to the bottom for now. So we can plus Ashiok, get a 2/3, plus Teferi. Play Bolas, get rid of Tamiyo potentially. Or just kill Tamiyo with our Murderous Rider, play Kroxa. We could also just play Murderous Rider. Huh. We have some interesting options, I guess. They can shatter and play Nissa, right? Like, huh. Alright, I think we'll play Kroxa here. Opponent sends another Aether Hub to the graveyard. That's fine with us. They have 11 cards in their deck. That's interesting. One of them is Elspeth Conquers Death, I imagine. See if they find it. They're desperately been looking for an Elspeth Conquers Death, although I think Nissa would have been better. Land. Yep. Rye. One top. Then, what's next? Plus is Teferi, sure. And they concede. Alright, good game, bad ramp. Alright guys, we are trying Grixis Stuff in best of 1 standard. Sure, I think this is okay. We do have 2 Scrylands, but I think we want to Temple of the Seed first. And then we can potentially Blood Crypt afterwards to play Thought Erasure. We'll keep the Tyrant Scorn. Tyrant Scorn could be good as protection against mono red and such. Yep, we see the mountain. Alright, so I guess we do go Blood Crypt. I'm not a fan of losing life here against mono red, but this sort of seems okay. Alright, what do we want to get rid of? I guess we want to get rid of this Rubber of the Rich. We'll keep, yeah, we'll keep another Kroxa. Seems fine. Alright, opponent doesn't have a lot going on. They do have a lot of lands, and they found another Robber. So we took one, they found one. Okay. They take our Kroxa. That's pretty annoying. We're gonna have to kill that now. Yeah, we'll keep the Watery Grave, and we'll just Tyrant Scorn this. don't want them to play our Cruxa. Unfortunately exiled. Alright, they go with Bone Crusher Giant. Cool, that means we get to Watery Grave. Pass the turn. See what they do here. Okay, they play the land. They go for Torbrand. Alright, so what do we want to do? I guess we can... Murderous Rider, the Bone Crusher. Or Murderous Rider, the Torbrand, take 4. Yeah, I think we'll take 4. That's fine. Seems fine. This way we can get a bit more benefit. So we go down to 10. That's okay. So, alright. So we can Cruxa first. Let our opponent discard something there. See what they go for. Alright, they discard the Shock. Interesting. Going to pass the turn here. See what else they have in hand. Cord Spitter. Okay. Alright, they go for the attack. That's fine. We get to get rid of this Bone Crusher Giant. And next turn we can play our Murderous Rider. We can also play Cruxa potentially. Well, we can't yet, so... Alright, we're going to scry here. Yeah, we'll send Agonize and Remorse to the bottom. Play Murderous Rider. Let's see if our opponent has a way to remove our Murderous Rider from play. Otherwise, we start gaining life. Fervent Champion, sure. Okay, they attack with Champions, and they might have something here. We're not going to block Fervent Champion. That's okay. Alright. We'll go Atris here. So they can Embercleave next turn. It's not going to be a great Embercleave, but it should be okay, I guess. See what they give us here. Other stuff goes to the graveyard, so we should be able to play Cruxa as well. And then if we get to play Cavalier of Night before we die, we might be able to just stabilize. Okay, sure, we'll take this, see what we send to the graveyard. Alright, Dot Erasure, okay, so they did not want us to maybe discard what they had in hand. Not quite sure, we're just going to pass the turn. Most likely they have the Embercleave, which is why they don't want us to discard something, although we didn't have the lands there, but sure. So they can Embercleave now. This is going to be a 3/3. But then we can get rid of it with Tyrant Scorn, so that's fine. Let's see, so if we let this go, we can go down to... Yeah, I guess we put Murderous Rider there. Alright, fine. Let's see the Embercleave. They don't have enough lands for Embercleave here, so that's just a shock. Okay, cool. Nothing happens, which is fine with us. We get to Cruxa now. Short, submit 5. Opponent discard whatever they have in hand. It's a land. And we keep Embercleave available here, so... no Embercleave, I mean Tyrant Scorn. We're just gonna attack and start gaining life here with our Murderous Rider, since they don't have great attacks against Cruxa. Alright, that's game. Game mono red. Okay guys, we are playing Grixis Stuff in Best of 1 Standard. We are going to keep this. I like having this cry available, and we can actually play it on time. Now, see a green source, so... Okay, Lovestruck Beast. Oh. Alright, Temple of Malice, scry. Keep the land. A lot of times we do run into not having enough lands, so do Paradise Druid, okay? Sure. Alright, I guess Watery Grave into Thought Erasure seems fine. And we take Renata. Yep. Don't know if we need any more lands. I think we send Fable Passage to the graveyard there. We're trying to draw some more stuff. Next turn we can cry. See what our opponent does. They go with Lovestruck Beast. Okay, so they did not draw the land they needed. In this case, we will swamp and cry, get rid of Paradise Druid and the 1/1. We can then Tyrant's Scorn or Bedevil. Yep, Paradise Druid, that's fine. Cool. That's cool. We get to do a couple of things here. We just Blood Crypt, tap, play Thief of Sanity. I don't know if they have a way to get rid of Thief of Sanity, so we'll see. Alright, they found a land. That means they can Trashing Bronzedon. Sure. Fine with us. None of these creatures have reach, so we can safely attack with our Thief of Sanity. Yep. Alright, opponent will play Temple of Malice to scry. We'll keep Temple of Deceit. We do like having our lands. We're going to attack with Thief of Sanity. Not much you can do about this opponent. Just get hit. Gives us some cards. Questing Beast. Do like that. We are just going to pass the turn here, or we could also play Kroxa. Make them discard something and then keep Tyrant's Scorn up for getting rid of like a Trashing Bronzedon. That seems fine. See what our opponent discards too. They get rid of... Alright, they get rid of the Giant Growth. That's fine. Alright, they can play their 4-mana stuff. We kind of have to keep Bedevil for getting rid of Questing Beast if they manage to draw into one. They get Hydra, which is going to try and kill our Thief of Sanity. So we're going to get rid of Hydra. Keep our Thief of Sanity, which seems to be really good against them. They should attack with their 3/4, and that's going to be fine. Alright, we're going to scry with Temple of Deceit here. Cry. We don't really want Cry at this point. We're very fine just attacking with our Thief of Sanity. And finding stuff. Nothing to find here. Lands. A little annoying. Guess we can play our Questing Beast. Yeah, we'll play it. At least they can't really attack with Trashing Bronzedon if Questing Beast is in play. Play land. See what else they got. They have a Nissa, alright. I mean, Nissa's fine, I guess. We do get to Bedevil it, so... Sure. I'm guessing they passed the turn. Alright, we get a Thought Erasure. Don't think... I mean... Yeah, I'm not quite sure if we want to play that. We definitely want to Bedevil Nissa, but we also want to attack here. We are going to attack them. Keep chipping on the life points there. They go down to 14. We find... I like the giant growth actually, but... also like this 6-3. Plus 4. Okay. We're gonna bedevil Nissa. We can Thought Erasure to get whatever they have left in hand, which could be land. Alright, Giant Growth, sure. We keep the Enter the God Eternals, of course. Alright, they find another Trashing Brontodon, that's fine. Still don't have great attacks, so... good for us. Oh. Alright, let's attack first with our Thief of Sanity. Yeah, I don't think we care about Nissa, so let that go. I think I'll just play Enter the God Eternals. Get rid of this land. Get a 4/4. Okay, that's something we can use to sacrifice to Cavalier of Night. Another Brontodon, that's fine, opponent. We get to scry here with Temple of Malice, send land to the bottom. Alright, we're gonna attack first with a Thief for Sanity. Steal more things from our opponent. This is where Thief of Sanity is just really good. Play Renata. Play Nishan. And yeah, our opponent should be conceding anytime soon. I'm not sure how they can come back from this. Sure. Alright, they finally got rid of Thief of Sanity. They must be happy about that, but we are in pretty good shape at this point. Our Nescient Beetle here is going to keep growing each turn. This is an enchantment. I guess they can sacrifice Trashing Brontodon to Renata there. Kill Renata, that's fine. Demons tap. Season of Growth. Cavalier. I'm gonna sacrifice the token. Get rid of Lovestruck Beast. Land to the bottom. We can start attacking potentially. We don't have to, but we will. It seems fine. We also have a Cavalier of Night in play now, and a Season of Growth. Alright, sure. They're gonna block with 2 of their Brontodons. Fine for us. Yep, we'll kill one. They can keep the other one. Sure. And actually, we kill them both because our Questing Beast has Trample, so That was a pretty bad block on our opponent's side. It should have blocked the Neshin. Okay, Pellet Collector, sure. Alright, we got to scry here with Temple of Deceit. We'll keep the Tyrant Scorn. Attack here for 9. Sure, chomps with Pellet Collector, takes 4. And we play Kroxa, and that should be game. Good game, mono green. Okay guys, we are playing Grixis Stuff and best of 1 standard. We go first, and this seems like a good hand. We'll keep this. Start with our Temple of Deceit to scry. Alright, we'll keep it Kroxa. I think that's okay. See what our opponent's playing. Alright, we see a Temple of Enlightenment, sure. Alright, we don't have any discard spells, so we will start with a Watery Grave. Play Lasov. If our opponent doesn't have removal, then that might be good. Keep Thief of Sanity as well. Although we could have sent Thief of Sanity to the graveyard in order to... yeah, that could have been good. Or to use it for Lasov. Alright. I'm gonna attack for 1 here. We're gonna play the Thief of Sanity. I think this is fine. Our opponent can't really shatter this guy yet, so... Alright, they don't have a counter. They might have like an Omen of the Sea. Or a Brazen Bar, that's fine. Alright, Omen of the Sea. Main phase, that's interesting. Sure. So the great thing would be for us to draw a land here. 1 top, 1 bottom, okay. I guess maybe they needed a land. They did that, alright. Did not get... the nice land there, so I guess we're gonna Kroxa now. Make our opponent discard something. See what they choose to discard. They go with Dream Trawler. Okay, so they must have an Elspeth Conqueror's Death in hand somewhere. I'm gonna attack for 1. Okay, that's another Omen of the Sea again, looking for lands, I'm guessing. This means they will have Shatter the Sky next turn. 2 top, okay. This is probably a land. Yep, sure. Alright, we get a land of our own, so... Actually, sorry, we don't get a land, but we're just gonna pay 2. Attack for 6, make our opponent discard something. Yeah, we were already attacked, so alright. Get rid of Dovin Grand Arbiter. Okay, sure. Alright, I guess we'll find out soon enough if they have the Shatter. Have a time wipe. Okay. Well, that's the same as a Shatter, pretty much, almost. We get to Kroxa again. Do want them to keep discarding stuff. Okay, that's nice. So if we ever draw a land and play Nicole Bolas, then we might be okay. But this is the usual when we're playing against control. We just don't draw lands. That's kind of what usually happens. The Brazen Bar, yep, fine. Yep, no lands. Siren Scorn looks fine. Get rid of that. We wouldn't mind our opponent countering this, actually. That might be fine. Alright, they go for the counter. Cool. Okay, let's see what's next. I still think they have an Elspeth Conquers Death in hand. Wow. Okay. That was very unexpected. Very unexpected. Okay, land into the Birth of Meletis. Gets a land. Wow. That was very unexpected. Okay, cool. We'll take 3. That's fine. Alright, we finally drew a land here. Tyrant Scorn. Yeah, we're going to Tyrant Scorn again. See what else our opponent has. They have another counter, that's fine. Alright, they don't have anything. So, pass the turn. See what's next. They get a 0/4. They get to scry with Omen of the Sea. Sure. Alright, 2 top. That's nice. Seems like they found some stuff. He Narset, yep. They found a Birth of Meletis, okay. He land. See Birth. Now, are we getting a land or not? That is the main question. We get the land, okay. I think we're gonna go for Nicole Bolas and see if our opponent has the counter in hand. They do. They have an Absorb. Alright. Cool. See what's next. It's 2 life. Gets a 0/4. Narset. Finds a Shatter this guy. Okay. Plays the land. Okay, we get a Thought Erasure. That's nice. See what you have in hand, opponent. Painful Stroke. Shatter. Okay. Cool. We'll keep the land. And we'll get to Eve of Sanity. Start maybe stealing stuff from you, opponent. Alright, they're scrying with Omen of the Sea, trying to find an answer for Thief of Sanity, I'm assuming. 1 top, 1 bottom, okay. So the worst thing they could find is Elspeth Conquers Death, I believe. Or that, okay. That is definitely interesting. Our opponent's just playing some weird things, guys. I don't want to Proxy. I think I'll play Atris and see if they want a Disdainful Stroke. The Atris. Yeah, they do. Okay. That's cool. So, we are sort of top decking now. Okay. We will Croxa now. Did they found another Disdainful Stroke or something? What is this? It's Absorb. Okay. Nice of you, opponent. We'll pass the turn here. No need to do anything at the moment. Guess we can Cavalier and sacrifice Thief of Sanity next turn. Pass the turn. See what they have in hand. Land. Gains a life. Pass the turn. We're gonna sacrifice Fable Passage and find a swamp. Alright, enter the God Eternals. That's nice. Gonna do this to ourselves. Alright, we'll let Narset be for now. We don't really need to kill her at the moment. I think I'd rather attack our opponent. We do need to find an Angrath Rampage potentially to get rid of a Dream Trawler if need be. Alright, seems like they have maybe some sort of removal spell in hand. They have Mass Manipulation, okay. What do we want to do here? I guess we can... get rid of Murderer's Rider. Put a Thief of Sanity back in place, something along those lines. Alright. Yep, let's get a Thief of Sanity. Seems good. And we get a loss of, so it's pretty nice. Make our opponent discard whatever they have in hand. The mid 5. Opponent discards a card is an Elspeth Conquers Death. That's pretty good. Attack them for 2. We take an Narset, sure. Now let's see what we find. We find a Thought Eraser and Angrath Rampage. I think we keep the Rampage, right? Case of the Dream Trawler. Alright, we're looking good at this moment. Obviously, a Shatter this guy could be pretty bad, but... Alright, Finale of Glory gets 8 2/2s, okay. 16 damage there. Good for them. Guess, let's see what we find first with our Thief of Sanity. Okay, we get a Dream Trawler. Oh. They have 16. Or they have 20. Go 15. We can play Dream Trawler and Lasov. Let's first Narset. Let's see what we find with Narset. Cry. I like Cry. Cry's nice. Cry is pretty good, actually. Get rid of those creatures. Play Lasov. We'll play Murderer's Rider as well. See if our opponent finds a Shatter this guy. Elspeth Conquers Death, that's okay. Rid of Crux, huh? opponent has a Dream Trawler all the way back there, so we need to get rid of them before they get rid of us with Dream Trawler. So okay, great. That is nice, actually. We are going to Dream Trawler of our own. And we are going to Tyrant's Scorn. This 4/4. Attack here, make our opponent... Oh. Hold on, we're gonna get rid of Narset this time. Cool, opponent loses 3 life, goes down to 6. So they need something really good here. See what they found. This is a fairy. They get Dream Trawler back to their hand if they want, but that's not gonna do it because we have Angrath's Rampage, so none of this is gonna help them. We got this, guys. We got this. They don't draw any cards. Play Dream Trawler, sure. Turn. Angrath Rampage. Make our opponent sacrifice a creature. And that's game. Good game, Azorius Control. That was all for today. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and click the bell icon if you want to get notified whenever we upload new videos. Have a good one.